and then lie back over that support. Obviously you don't have to have support, you can just be in Shavasana. Have the palms facing upwards, let the feet fall out to the side if you're in Shavasana, and if you're lying back on that bolster, maybe it feels nice to bring the soles of the feet together, or simply keep the legs bent. So whatever position you've chosen today, just close your eyes. Coming back to the sensation of the breath in the body. How many people move through life with no breath awareness? We have this tool to use whenever we need it. And right now it's going to be our tool to bring us deeper into our body. So just feeling that breath flowing in. Feeling the body soften a little more as it flows out. And bringing your awareness to the word self-care. What does that word mean to you? We're very good at caring for others, our family, our friends, and our pets, our homes. But what do we do for our own self-care? Do we rest when we feel tired? Do we listen to our body when we experience pain or discomfort? Do we schedule time just for us, just as we would for others? So our practice this morning is going to be all about slowing down. We're still going to move through the whole body in our postures. We're going to do that with awareness, with that feeling of self-care. If you're lying back on support, just release it from behind you. So you can come all the way down onto your yoga mat. Once you're there, just send your legs long and your arms long, taking a full body stretch. From here, draw the right knee in and take hold of the outer edge of the foot in half happy baby pose. Sending that knee out to the right side, and then maybe extending that leg long, so you can stay holding the foot or you can hold underneath the leg. Just taking a bend and a lengthen into that side, or really moving whatever way feels good. Draw that knee now into the chest, and then just take that knee over to your left side. So you come into a spinal twist. Rolling back to center, send that leg long. Let's draw in the left side, holding onto the foot or the back of the leg, sending that knee out to our left side, and then maybe straightening that leg, bending and straightening a few times. So make sure you're warm enough in this practice. That means grabbing another layer. And then draw that left knee in, take that knee over to your right side, twisting through the spine. Coming back to center, let's draw both knees in, either squeezing the knees in or coming into happy baby, holding the outer edge of the feet. Sending the knees out to the side, maybe soles of the feet come together, and rolling a little into the lower back. From here, draw both knees in and bring up the head. So you're stretching through the whole spine, tucking in the chin, squeezing into a tiny ball. Release your head down, roll yourself onto one side so you can slowly come back up. Let's come onto our hands and knees. So we want to warm up our body a little. So starting in our table, we're going to tuck the toes, head into down dog, push back into our heels, stretch through our arms, planting our hands down. Inhaling through the nose, maybe taking that sigh out of the mouth. And then walk your hands towards your feet, taking hold of your elbows, maybe taking that sway side to side. Always keep that slight bend in the knees, taking care of your lower back. And then inhale, roll the spine all of the way up. Bring the palms together and then drop the right arm down the right leg and just stretch long with that left arm. You're creeping that right hand down the outer right leg. Inhale, come back to center and then drop that left arm, reversing the other way. The out breath is maybe bringing you deeper. Come back to center, reach long, stretching up with the arms, and then fold back over the legs, back of your mat. Walk all the way down your mat, coming into plank or dropping your elbows down, and then drop your knees and sit back to your heels into child's pose. Coming back into down dog, pushing back into the heels, we're going to stretch the right leg long, squeeze it back. We're going to draw that knee into the chest and then exhale that leg long. Again, draw that knee into the chest and exhale it long. One more here, and this time we drop that knee down to our mat for our pigeon pose. So we send that left leg back. We're going to fold all the way down on our mat, dropping our forehead down, relaxing our arms, and then maybe just taking that little wiggle, that shift side to side. And if you need to hold somewhere, you listen to your body, you do so. Taking 2 more breaths in our pigeon pose. And And then bringing the hands back to that right knee, stepping it back into down dog. Pushing the heels down, lengthening into the arms, let the head feel heavy. Let's squeeze our left leg back. Ready to inhale that knee forwards and exhale that leg long. Let's inhale that knee in, exhale that leg long. One more here, draw that knee in and then plant it down on your mat, ready for the opposite side, shifting that right leg back. Really take that right leg back as far as you can. You then walk down your mat, resting your head, maybe taking that shift side to side. And then finding stillness in the pose. Taking one more breath here. Walking the hands back up towards that left knee, stepping it back to one last down dog. And then drop your knees to your mat. Coming to a kneeling position, and if you need to sit on something, you take that support. So you can always roll up a blanket or come to cross-legged if you prefer. We are going to grab our oil if we're using one, so just a few drops in the palm of the hand. Making sure that we breathe in that oil first of all, taking a few breaths in. And we're naturally drawn to whatever oil we've chosen today. That's what our body needs. And then apply that oil if you want to any areas that need that attention. Just giving a little time here for self-care in massage. We all have that natural ability to heal. When we hurt ourselves, we draw our hand naturally to that area. So maybe just close the eyes, just feel into the body again. Allowing the body to release a little. Maybe there's a particular area that always holds tightness or tension. And when you feel ready, just release. So we're going to grab our yoga block and have your block on your left side. So we're coming onto our knees, a little bit of distance in the knees, and we're going to send that right leg out to the side of our mat. So our hips are facing forward. We want that block so we can drop our hand down onto it. So if you need to make it higher or lower. And then from here, just lightly press your hand down to your block. Inhale and send your right arm long. So we don't want to put too much weight. We should be able to lift our hand off of our block. It's just there to support us. Start to turn your gaze up towards your right arm. That will naturally start to open the body a little more. Should feel that into the right hip. As you exhale and release, sit back to that left heel, turn the toes of the right foot up and reach towards that right leg. Maybe that left arm comes as well, or maybe you just keep your left hand towards your block or on your left knee. You're sitting back towards that heel, that right leg is long. Releasing up, this time planting your hand behind you and then pushing up and just stretching back with that right arm. So you're trying to plant your right foot down on your mat. Releasing. Draw that right knee in. Take hold of your elbows behind your back. Grab your block again. Just place it in front of you, quite low. And then as you exhale, drop your forehead down to your block. You're holding on to your elbows, or you can bring your hands into prayer position behind your back, depending on shoulders and wrists. And just take a few breaths here. Take that slow roll of the body back up. Release your arms. Bring your hands onto your shoulders and just start to draw circles with the elbows. Drawing the elbows in, taking the elbows back. Reverse your circle. Drawing the elbows in, squeezing back. Last one. Release. Shrug the shoulders up and just let them go. Shrug them up, let them go. Inhale up, exhale, let them go. Let's come back onto our knees, shift our block to our right side. Left leg is out, so just make sure hips are in line. We don't want to be leaning one way or the other. Our right hand is resting down towards our block. Our left arm is long. We inhale, we exhale over to our right side. So just make sure you're coming towards that block. Left foot is down. Turning the gaze upwards if that feels good. Opening a little into the body, so start to try and turn that left hip up to the ceiling a little, so you feel that stretch. Exhale, release down, sit back to your right heel, turn the toes of the left foot up, maybe grab the foot or grab the leg. Exhale as you lower that right arm either down towards the leg, or you just keep it towards your block or your thigh. Again, turn your gaze towards that right arm or towards the ceiling, so you have that opening in the body. Release. Come back to seated on your mat, but this time without our knees bent. So if you need a block, you grab it. And we're going to work a little more into our neck and our shoulders. So we're going to bring the hands back onto the shoulders. We've done this one before. We inhale through the nose. We exhale the same way as we take that twist over to our right side. So we're just working one way over to the right to start. So inhale in, exhale, twist. Come back to center, release the arms for a moment. Just close your eyes. So maybe you can feel that energy already flowing through the spine, the upper body, that sense of release. Just allowing your practice today to let go a little. We spend so much time holding on, maybe clenching our hands, wanting to be in control. And that creates tension in our body. So we're going to work the other side now. The hands come back to the shoulders. We're inhaling, and it's when we exhale, we twist over to the left. Last few. Coming back to center, releasing the arms, closing the eyes. Just allowing any stagnation to release. From here, let's come round onto our tummy, either straight down onto our tummy or coming into our plank first. So shifting back onto the toes, or you're coming straight down. If you're in plank, you're slowly lowering the elbows, chin, chest, abdomen down to your mat, all of the way. Once you're there, relax your toes. Bring the elbows under the shoulders in cobra pose. So just shift them so they're under. We're going to kick back that right leg and hold. So you're squeezing all of that right leg, gauging all of the muscles. Release it back. Do the same with the left side. Kick back and squeeze that leg. You should feel that in your knee, stretching into that knee joint. And release back. Shift your hands a little further away from you and come up into full cobra. So you're stretching into the whole of the back. If that feels doable, you can always stay in your gentler version. Breathing into that lower spine. As you exhale, maybe the hips are gentling, coming a little further to the mat. Take one more breath, breathe into that lower back. And then as you exhale, we're going to peel the whole body back down to our mat. We're going to bring our arms alongside us. We're going to kick back and hold onto our feet with our hands. Can always do one side at a time. We're going to inhale, we're going to roll up the chin, the chest, the thighs off of our mat. Remember, we can do one side in our Dandasana bow pose. Breathing into the belly, you should feel the body rocking slightly as you inhale and you exhale, massaging the internal organs. Let's take 2 more breaths. One more. And release all of the way back down to your mat. This time bring your legs together. Link your fingers behind your back. Peel the arms away from the body. As you inhale, bring up the chin, the chest, and squeeze the arms back. We're going to keep the toes on the floor for now. So you're just peeling open the shoulders. Taking 2 more breaths. As you exhale, lowering all the way down to the floor. Keep the link in the hands. We're going to do that again, this time chin, chest, arms up, and maybe the toes as well, keeping the feet together. So you're engaging the back of the body, you're squeezing the glutes, heeling the shoulders back. Two more breaths. Last one. Releasing all of the way down to your mat. Just turn your right ear onto the mat, let the arms go. Stretching into the neck. Breathing into the chest and the belly. That slow release out. One more breath. Coming back to centre, just turn the head the opposite way so that left ear is on our mat. Again, we're breathing all the way into the belly, like we're pushing away from our mat, and then we're exhaling, delving a little deeper down, softening, that releasing. One more breath. Turning back to centre, chin to the mat. Let's send our right arm out to the side, palm facing down. Use your left hand to guide your right ear onto the mat, stacking the hips, stacking the legs, or that option of shifting that left leg back further as you roll onto your right hip for that shoulder release. Adjusting anything you need. If it's uncomfortable, you can always bring your right arm lower alongside your body. Or you can always make a pillow with that hand and you just have that hip stretch. Let's stay here, inhaling and exhaling. Maybe as you move through your practice is teaching you areas of your body that you're holding and giving you any discomfort. Maybe the mind is coming in, different thoughts. We always want to listen. Remember letting go of anything that doesn't serve you. Maybe just coming back to the affirmation that you are in control. In control of your body and your mind. We're going to take a very slow roll back to our mat. Bringing the chin back down, legs long. And then we want to send our left arm out to the side and we're rolling onto our left ear. You decide if you're keeping the legs stacked or if that right foot is shifting back a little further. Just let the eyes close. Delving into that fascia joint in that left side of the shoulder. Delving deeper using our breath. Taking one more breath here. Coming back to center. This time, just come onto your elbows for a moment and bend your right knee out to the side of your mat. So bending that right leg out. Coming back down to your mat, just turn your right ear onto the mat and your right arm out. So just for a moment. The higher you bring that right knee, the more you're going to feel that stretch. Or the lower if you need to ease off. It should feel quite gentle. Just taking one more breath. And then rolling onto your left arm, coming onto your left hip. We're going to hold either our right big toe or we can take hold under that leg. And we're going to send that foot up to the ceiling. So using our balance a little as well. Engaging our core. And then just drop that foot down on the ground and turn yourself towards your right hip. So take that right hand back and you're just turning to gaze towards that right hip. So you're twisting through your spine. Relax that right shoulder. And come back, send the legs together, roll back onto the tummy, and we're going to bend our left knee out to the side. So we're staying on our tummy, that left knee is going out to the side. We're going to turn our left ear onto the mat and send the left arm long. So we're not here for long. Let's do in that other side. We then come back up, we roll onto our right hip, hand under that shoulder, we bend, take hold of our toe or the back of the leg, and we send that leg long. If you struggle with balance, you can always bend that bottom knee in. Holding here, drawing that leg a little closer to you maybe, you feel that stretch. And then we're going to drop that foot, lengthily, can't speak today, lengthen it along your mat and then just turn your gaze to that left hip. So relax that left arm down, relax that left shoulder, and twisting through the spine. Coming back to center. Let's come all of the way up. We are going to take the legs out in front of us. You might want your yoga belt. Make sure you're sitting evenly. Let's inhale, bring the arms up, stretch out of your waist, and then exhale and fold. So just keep using the breath to bring you deeper. Easing into that forward fold with care, with ease. Few more breaths. Very slowly rolling all of the way up. We're going to bend our left knee, plant it down on our mat, and we're going to take our right leg over the top. You want to make sure you're sitting evenly on the glutes. And I'm going to turn so you can see better. So we take our right arm back, either to our mat or our block, and then we inhale, we bring that left arm over that knee as we take that twist to our right shoulder. So nice long spine, relax the toes. So it's a slightly deeper version of our spinal twist with the leg long. Last few breaths here. So I've not been speaking too much in our practice today. I want you to be aware of your own thoughts. This is quite often when we get that inner guidance and we slow down. Bring your body back to centre. We want to change sides, so we're going to bend in our left knee, and it's our right leg that's going over, our left leg going over the top. So right knee bent, left leg over the top. It's our left hand that's behind us. We inhale, take that stretch over to our left shoulder. And just maybe close the eyes. Maybe just taking this moment of gratitude for your body. Maybe taking this moment of love for your body. Coming back to centre. Draw the soles of the feet together, close to the body in butterfly. Wrap the fingers around the toes. And then maybe drop the elbows down and just tuck the chin in, so you're rounding the back a little. As you rest here, just being aware of anything that you'd like to release. So maybe it's a limiting thought or belief. Maybe it's a food or beverage that doesn't serve you. Whatever comes to mind. We always know when something doesn't serve by the reaction of our body. Our body has this higher wisdom. It always knows. We're going to slowly roll up. Just grab your piece of paper, jot down that thing that came to mind just then. And then when you're ready, we're going to grab our block and if you've got 2 blocks, use 2 blocks actually, and if not, use 1 block and a blanket. So we're going to take that bend into the legs, and we're going to have that lovely spine opener. So our block is going into the middle of our back. So we know we can bring our hands to that block to adjust it to where it needs to go. So you're going to be folding back over your block. If it feels comfortable, you're going to bring your head down to that support. Maybe it's your second block. And then the arms are going to move away from the body. Now you need to adjust it so it feels comfortable. There shouldn't be any pinching, any discomfort. It should feel lovely, like that opening, that release. We spend so much time with the spine rolling forwards, our shoulders hunching forwards, so this gives that space again of opening. So finding that position that works for you and just closing your eyes. As you inhale and exhale, you're just going to visualize what you've just written down floating away. I'm going to send it to the universe. You no longer need it. You no longer want it. And under this full moon is a really powerful time to release. It's going further and further away. And now as you inhale and exhale, you just feel that sense of space. That softening in the hands. We're not clenching, we're not holding on, we're letting go. How does it feel to just let go? Creating space for the things that you do want. Those goals, those dreams, those desires. When you feel ready, just slowly bring yourself off of that support, pushing yourself back up. And you're going to jot down one of your desires or goals on a piece of paper. So either just split that piece of paper that you've just written on, or if you have another piece there, then grab it. You want it quite small. So just wants a piece of paper kind of like this that you can just jot that goal, that desire, that dream on. And after your practice today, you're going to wrap that piece of paper around a crystal that you're drawn to. So you just literally wrap it around your crystal. You're going to put it somewhere where you see it every day, and I'd encourage you tonight to put it in a window because the moon will still be full, just to have that manifesting power. So just that piece of paper around your crystal after your practice today, and put it somewhere where you'll see it and in that moonlight later on. So we're going to come back onto our backs without any support. So maybe just a blanket for the top of your head for that comfort, and have a blanket or an extra layer on as well so you feel warm. Just before you come down, we're just going to do a little bit of breath work. So just make sure you have everything in place, that extra layer on, your support blanket for your head and your blanket maybe to cover you. And just take a moment seated. Closing the eyes, sending the spine long. We're just going to practice our Ujjayi breath just before we lie down. So for Ujjayi, we start to breathe as normal, in and out through the nose. Seeing if you can make that breath really long. Drawing that inhale all of the way in. And that slow release of the exhale. And then just start to be aware of the breath coming in and out from the throat area. So visualize that you're breathing in through the throat, and there's a hole just in the throat. Slightly contracting the throat, inhaling and exhaling. And you should be able to hear your breath very gently. As you inhale and exhale right now, I want you to just visualize that goal. You're holding it in the palm of your hands. Every breath is bringing you closer and closer to it. Visualizing that goal like it's already here. Letting go of the Ujjayi pranayama, so just breathing now through the nose. Letting go of that awareness at the throat. And when you're ready, lying down in Shavasana. And try and just keep your eyes closed, that awareness within, and just make yourself comfortable. Resting in Shavasana. As you inhale, just send the breath down the legs. As you exhale, letting the legs soften, letting the legs feel heavy. As you inhale and exhale, send the breath down the arms. And the palms soften and release, letting go of any control. Just having that awareness of trust. Everything will be just okay. Everything is where it needs to be right now. All is well. Inhaling and exhaling into the belly, to that power chakra. Feeling in control. You are the one driving your own car to your own destiny. Inhaling and exhaling into your heart. Really feeling that love for you. Every part of you. As you inhale and exhale, allow the face and the jaw to soften. Softening the eyes, the space between the eyes, and the head feel heavy. Allowing yourself this time now. And as you inhale and exhale, breathing in a positive affirmation. Maybe that's I love myself, I am successful, I am beautiful, you decide. Starting to bring your awareness back to the room around you. Bringing some movement into the body, a wiggle of the fingers or toes. Maybe a stretch or drawing the knees in. Slowly awakening the body. Rolling over to one side to come back to seated. Taking a moment of gratitude with the palms together for your practice. And let's bow to Namaste. Namaste. Thank you.